Hey guys, I know it's been a while, sorry about that. It's been rainy and really hot lately, so things got slowed down a bit. But let's just jump into it. I started out by getting a metal trash can from Menards for about 30 bucks. I cut some holes in the lid so the gases could vent while the wood bakes. I tried to fill it with the most dense stuff since we're after the solids in the wood, or the heavier stuff. Then came the fire, which was easy enough, and I just dropped the can into it. Ooh. There we go. It's a lot of smoke. So right now the white smoke that's coming out of the trash can up top, that's all just like the moisture and shit that's in the wood. Eventually it'll clear up and just start like burning. It's definitely not a great fire right now though. Way too much smoke. Kinda nasty. Calm down a little bit. Now it's just a shit ton of flame. And the smoke coming out of the can. I think we're at the wood gas burning stage now. There's still a little bit of white smoke every now and then, but typically it's just like a little inferno spewing out, so yeah. Slowly getting there. Had a bit of an issue because the cap fell off when it tumbled in, because I was dumb and didn't like support it, but nah, it's okay. Got it back on after a bit. Yeah, it's just a full-on plume. Good shit. God, I love fire. So the flames from the trash can have calmed down a bit, so I'm just gonna kind of let the fire die down. I'm gonna cover it with the lid that I've got right here, and then yeah, see what I got. It's probably better to not burn it as long and just have some unfinished, unpyrolized pieces of wood, because you can just reuse them to make more charcoal. So yeah, let's see. I just gotta wait for this shit to cool down again. So much waiting. So, what exactly are we doing here? Well, the short answer is pyrolysis, or thermally decomposing the wood in an oxygen-free environment. The long, more thorough answer is we are heating up some wood to push out all of the volatile compounds stuck inside of it. Think moisture and sap and such. Things that can boil off. First stage is all the moisture and non-flammable things, which come out in that massive cloud you saw before. Then come the combustible compounds, and because it's in a fire, they light and burn once they're outside of the trash can and have access to oxygen. To get these compounds to evaporate out of the wood, it takes a lot of energy, which is supplied from the heat of the external fire. If I were to just burn the wood, a lot of the energy from the fire, or in this case heat, would be wasted as the compounds boil off, essentially cooling the fire as it burns. Even the combustible ones would still act as a heat sink before they boil, vaporize, and eventually ignite. So doing this in an almost closed container keeps the solids intact and removes the first step in burning the fuel. Carbon left behind wants to ignite or oxidize into CO2, but as the name suggests, you need oxygen for that to happen. Wood burns at around 600 to 800 degrees Celsius, which is good for bisque firing, like low-grade clays, but charcoal is able to reach temps as high as 1200 degrees. This is pretty much in the range of cone 3 or the firing temps my glaze is going to need. So once it's cooled down and ready to be used, it'll burn much more efficiently and as a result, hotter. I think it worked pretty well. Still crackling a bit, so I'm going to leave it outside for a long time to cool down, but yeah, I touched a couple of them and they just crumbled, so I definitely have charcoal. For some reason it's making these weird like rainbow things. I'm complaining, it's super pretty, but no idea why. So it's the next day. I've refilled this thing and poured all the contents into this bin. But yeah, up to the next one. I've already got like a bottom layer because last time the lid fell off while I was like doing this because it was on the edge. I just have a bottom layer. I'm gonna put this in before I start the fire, and then I'm gonna like build the fire around it, and it'll eventually go down. So hopefully that's a little bit less chaotic. Cool. So this is the new pack that I did. Yeah, I've got just cardboard wedged in there. I'm gonna light it all, and hopefully this will be a lot easier than last time. Took a bit of doing, kept like suffocating itself, but I think it's good to go now. Hopefully. That part right there is definitely super lit. Over there's like a little bit of flame. Oh, it's out. Never mind. But yeah, this one's actually going like down into the barrel a little bit, so hopefully this stays. Cool. Halfway there, and I've already started adding a bit of wood into the part that was already burning. And yet again, got all the moisture boiling off. And we got the wood gas plume. It's going actually quite strong. Don't think it went this hard last time. Kind of cool. I'm gonna say the pyrolysis is probably done. And yeah, once the like bigger flames on the sides burn out, I'm gonna just pop that guy on top. Load number 3. There it is again. Every time. Yay. So taking in, I guess this is like a decent arrangement. It's about 9 inches across by a foot by about 6 inches or so. I'm gonna leave a little bit of space so it's not too cramped. But yeah, hopefully that works. So because we're using solid combustibles, I'm going to be making a little sagger or a box to protect the glaze and better my chances of keeping it from getting a little nasty. I got a 22 gauge 2x2 foot steel sheet to work with, measured it out, and then whacked it into shape. It fits. Alright, there's it loaded. This guy's gotta go on now. Now we start dumping charcoal. Honestly don't really know what to do with charcoal, so it's just kind of on the bottom. I got cardboard underneath the wood's gonna light, and then I guess fall and burn onto the charcoal, hopefully. But yeah, got the wood going. Now I just need to hope that the charcoal gets hit. Might be a couple spots where it's already lit, but I don't know. It was burning a bit hot, so I put a cover on it to maybe slow down the oxygen flow a little bit. It's kind of nice, like zero smoke. I mean, charcoal, yeah, so. Alright, got some, I think, decent glowing embers. Can't really look directly into it because I'm half burning my face, but looks like it's good. So burning charcoal is definitely a lot less eventful than wood, but yeah. Now I put a couple pieces of wood in there because I'm thinking maybe the flame could like add to the heat a little bit. Some flames looking around. Let's hope that actually ups the temperature a little bit. Bit of an inferno. Kind of worked. Let's go. Pretty good. So it's been about 3.5 hours. Still gonna go as strong as I can, as long as there's charcoal left. I've got that much left. That's it. So we'll see. And I might like just throw some wood in because it burns a little bit less intense. But yeah, hopefully this works. So now I'm just up to wood. Seeing if that can cool it down nice and slow. I started by just adding 4 at a time, 4 little pieces, halves of the slabs, and now I'm doing 2. And then I'm gonna start doing 1 at a time, and then just let the embers cool. Done burning. Now I'm just gonna wait for everything to cool down. Got the lid off, and it looks like they might be okay. I'm gonna try and get them out without shattering them. Let's see. Here's the results. It's maybe like a 50% success, not all of it vitrified, and these 3, like, they all got some cracks in them, so that's good times. But, I mean, it is kind of glass. But yeah, I definitely would need it to make more charcoal so I could hold a high temp for longer. But I'm not mad. And with a bit more scrubbing, it is not much better, but it's not powdery now. So yeah, definitely like half success, I'd say. So yeah, in there it's not fully vitrified either. At least at the bottom. On the walls, it's alright. All in all, I'm quite happy with the outcome. Don't get me wrong, they're ugly as fuck, but it's clay from my backyard. The whole jerry rig technique. I learned so much along the way, I'm sure I could improve if I were to do it again. Maybe I could even try my hand at glaze making. I don't know. But that's kind of it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one.